Today we're talking about the Ultimate Guard Treasurehive, one of the more puzzling products in the Ultimate Guard lineup. Before we get to that, I thought that we would talk about the box itself. It was released in May of 2022, which I find interesting because I remember seeing this before then, like over a year ago, so I don't know if it was released in limited markets and then released worldwide, or if something else happened. If you have more information on the release of this, please let me know in the comments down below. Now, unlike the rest of the Ultimate Guard rectangular lineup, this one comes in square flavor. It has 3 rows for cards, deck boxes, or what have you. And it also has the monocolor microfiber. It has the standard snap claw that most Ultimate Guard collection boxes have. And as for what it holds, here's a chart. Credit to Ultimate Guard for putting this up on their website for this box. And while we're talking about Ultimate Guard, while I was there, I saw this. Yeah, a regular Omnihive. No more pale green and pale orange for us. We get pretty colors. I checked and I couldn't find any regular listings for a Sidewinder 133 Plus or a Twin Flippin' Tray 266 Plus, which gives me the sads, but I will keep a lookout. Anyway, back to the Treasurehive. This thing can hold a lot. It can hold 9 Boulder 100 Pluses, or it could hold 2,100 unsleeved cards. This seems to hold more than the Arkhive, but a little less than the Omnihive. As a quick aside, I was planning on using these 80 pluses as an example of how the Arkhive can hold these perfectly. The Omnihive can hold these with a lot of extra space, and this can hold these with a little bit extra space to illustrate how close it was, but it ends up this can only hold 9 80 pluses as well, just because of how the spacing works out. Just something to keep in mind. But it can hold a lot. It can hold almost as much as an Omnihive. I did verify that the Treasurehive cannot hold prisms. I guess technically you could fit them in, but they are going to bend the walls, and I have a feeling the box would rip and tear over time if you continued to do so. So the Boulder 100 Plus is the largest box you're probably going to get into this sucker. And it's got the durable Xena skin, and it comes in many vibrant shades. Okay, so it's a box. So what? It puzzles me. Its fit and finish don't puzzle me, its function doesn't puzzle me, but its marketing puzzles me, because the actual name of this is the Treasurehive 90 Plus. Now, when I first heard that, I was confused. Didn't make sense. The reason why it's called the Treasurehive 90 Plus is because it can hold 90 of the Ultimate Guard magnetic cases. This thing was made to hold your treasures. While it can hold 900 double-sleeved cards, the Treasurehive was designed to hold 90 of your most expensive, most beloved, most cherished treasures in your collection. Except it's just this, a slightly different version of the rest of Ultimate Guard's lineup. It's almost like they're stretching to find a way to market these boxes now. I realize this is a bit rich coming from me, as I've reviewed most of their larger collection boxes, and after about the 6th one, you're stretching to find a hook wherever you can find it. For example, in this very video, I've resorted to criticizing their marketing strategies, but I've already gone there, so why stop now? To me, it would have made more sense to call this the Arkhive 900 Plus, to put it in between the Arkhive 800 Plus and the Omnihive. And just be sure to include that it's optimized to hold magnetic cases, snap cases, that sort of thing. Calling it the 90 Plus is a strange departure from form. You have the Arkhive 400 Plus, you have the Super Arkhive 550 Plus, you have the 800 Plus, and the 90. It just falls flat to me. And the box itself is nothing new. It's not sturdier, it's not stronger in the walls, the latch is the same. It's like all of their other boxes. And that's not a bad thing. Yes, the rows are specifically designed to hold magnetic card cases from Ultimate Guard, so the sizing is a bit different, but that's it. It's not like you're getting anything extra to protect those treasures in your collection, which is something I would expect for a product specifically marketed to hold your treasures. I did want to take a moment to talk about these magnetics that this box was designed to hold. These Ultimate Guard magnetics were released in February of 2021, and they come in 35 point all the way up to 360 point sizing. Point sizing is how top loaders are sized. A point is 1/1000th of an inch, or 0.0254 millimeters. 35 point seems to be the standard for top loaders as well as larger cases such as these. BCW and Ultra Pro have their own versions of the magnetics, and they come in varying sizes as well, and all of these seem to have UV protection. I'll admit, card protection like this, screw downs, top loaders, magnetics, snap cases were never really a big part of my collection management system. If I had any cards that were worth more than a couple of dollars, then I double sleeved them and threw them in a binder, and that worked fine for me. I do have a few screw downs and snap cases for comic cards that I used to collect when I was a teenager. One of the reasons why was because they didn't fit in cardboard boxes. They were hard to manage within a collection, so unless I was using them for display, it didn't make much sense to me. But card collection storage has changed a lot, as is evidenced by all of the different options that we now have. I am using top loaders more frequently now because I'm sending and receiving cards a lot, and that's becoming more and more prevalent as time goes on, but that's another video. I would like to know if you use magnetics or screw downs or snap cases for any of your collection management. Is it for display? Is it for protection? I'd be curious to know. I guess I'm just trying to understand how large of a market there is for the feature that this has of holding magnetics. Does a box like this appeal to you, specifically for holding magnetics and larger card cases? Is this something you would pick up and put magnetics in? Or would you just pick it up and throw some boulders in it? Apparently this video is just me asking you a bunch of questions to answer in the comments, but I'm okay with that because y'all are fun, and I enjoy responding to your comments. The nice ones anyway. Since I've now spent a good hunk of this video criticizing the very marketing department that might have given me a sponsorship, let me try and salvage this review. I like this box a lot. It has a nice size and it can hold many cards. In fact, I think I like it a little bit more than the Omnihive. It takes up less space on a table, and I like the fact that the cards sit vertically within the box as opposed to having to be on their sides when they're in the Omnihive. The fact that the Treasurehive can't hold prisms is a bit of a negative, but it's not a game ender for me. This would be great for a cube, a modest collection, and yes, it does what the marketing says. It will hold your treasures. The rest of Ultimate Guard's collection storage will as well. This one will just do it in a square shape. Today we're talking about the Ultimate Guard. I don't know, but if you do know, the fit and finish don't fuzzle. I miscalculated something with this shot. This show is part of the CIP network, inspiring creativity, one episode at a time.